Alright, I'm going to give a quick overview of my 1978 Iron Head I just recently picked up from a guy. Bought it because I really like riding motorcycles, and I got it at a really good deal of $200, but it needs some work, you know. From what the guy has told me, the motor was locked up, which it was. Inside up here, I don't know if anybody can really tell, but the pistons got scored. I mean, that's, let's see if I can't really tell, but there's two score lines inside there. The guy is really cool, you know. It was like, I feel like you just only need really jugs or stuff like that, you know, just basic parts. And just going around looking at the parts and everything, I think that's really about what I need. I don't think I really need anything else. I looked at the cams. Cams look really good. I think this was a running bike until, you know, the piston took a hit. Well, that's what it looks like. I kept this, you know, I was like, oh, that'd be cool, kind of really to have. But I think that's what I'm going to do. Just buy some jugs and put them on there. I've seen that's what people mostly do with these if they have a, you know, a piston problem or whatever. You know, the heads looked really good. You know, I didn't see anything too crazy. I mean, it shifts, it goes to each gear actually. Almost knocked it over. Put it back on here. Head, but you know, it'll move pretty good. I'm not gonna keep that on there for long, but I think this is going to be a project that I'm going to try to do step by step. I'm going to order all my parts first. I took everything out the inventory and see what all I got. Definitely going to need some gaskets. Maybe. I mean, a lot of people reuse their stuff. I don't really like reusing old stuff. You know, once it's pretty much in there, you know, it has that good seal for that. I mean, there's times where you can do that and it'll be fine, but I don't know, I just, you know, safe and secure, and, you know, just do it right the first time. But it's just now I just got to figure out what I'm missing, order all the parts, and then try to make more videos of the motor process. But I think this was a really good running motorcycle. I think that the guy just, you know, didn't know really what was going on with it, and he tore it down, which is fine. I mean, I probably do the same thing. Well, I probably would have kept it in there, you know, but it's probably best to take it out. I mean, he knows better probably than I do. I know I got a couple motorcycles that need to be going, but yeah, he gave me all new parts and stuff. I mean, was a pretty nice motorcycle. Just more what it looks like. What is that? 78, just 1000cc Sportster, nothing too crazy. I'm just gonna build it right back how it was. I was trying to figure out if this was like the original gas tank to it or not, or just something else, but I think it is. I don't know, I mostly ride Evos. This will be my first Iron Head. I know my brother and my dad has Iron Heads, but this will be my first one, and I don't know that much, so I've been calling my brother, asking him questions about it and all, you know, just trying to get another motorcycle on the road. I know a lot of people say, oh, just sell it or just buy another motor, but no, I like keeping everything, you know, matching bellies, and I like that. I just like the way how it always just, it fits. It's just a collector's value, and just, you know, I'm not mostly all into choppers. It did have these handlebars on there when I bought it, but I was like, don't really like that. But it came with, I guess, the original ones or ones that was already there. Not too sure. But I put those back on there, and I would say it looks a lot better. A lot better. It's probably going to fall back over, but no, it looks 10 times better. It's got spoked wheels on there, which I really do like. I've always been a big fan of spoked wheels. Have them on my 93 Harley right over here that I need to get going. This one needs a top end job that I probably could have got going this summer, but just had other projects and other things that was going on, so just, you know, life happens. But this are all the bolts and stuff that he left me to figure out, which probably won't be hard. I know these are head bolts right there, and I've just been kind of going through it, and he honestly, I think he did a very good job organizing it. I just need to figure out what all goes to what. Luckily, my brother's a iron head nerd, so you know, these are some other parts, some little giblets. That's what my dad would say. You know, coil, lights, tail lights. That's the other piston thing on there. This is for the speedometer. That's a little bracket that holds it. But I think it'll be a fun project to get going, just to see. This is a gear to something. I think I know what that goes to. I think this goes to the oil gear. Turn that. I think you put your oil right in here. So I could be wrong. I have to ask my brother. Like I said, he's more of the smart person that knows about that. So if not, I can find it. Just ordered a book. That should be coming here pretty soon, and I'm going to start piecing this back together, getting all the wiring done to it. But I think it'll be a nice, probably quick 3-month project if I have everything. You know, parts take about a week to get, so that all depends on cost. Of course, you know, money. But I honestly think I can get this probably running less than $1,000. I looked online and seen like new jug heads are about $600 to $700, and also got to get another gasket kit, which I know is about another $100, and probably miscellaneous stuff that I had to probably run to the hardware store. I know I need another key. I think the starter and everything else is good, and even the carburetor. But it's probably, you know, just finding all the bolts and making sure everything's right in there. And of course, you know, I need another battery. I don't think this battery is any good. I could be wrong. I mean, I don't know. I don't really trust older batteries like this, or especially the ones that you buy from somebody. But no, I think it'll be a nice little, cool little fun bike just to ride around. Nothing crazy. I don't race. This one ain't gonna be meant for racing, but you know, I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos on everybody else's, but this probably may be a cool little just run around town, go to work, come back, you know, maybe, you know, little fun little races, but nothing too crazy. You know, these bikes were kind of built for that. You know, even Knievel had one. But yeah, I think this would be a cool little YouTube series to get going and get running, and hopefully maybe teach somebody how to put one of these together. It's not too hard, I don't think. I think it's just, you know, if you don't have a book, don't really not that mechanically inclined and stuff, you know, it could be a challenge. But I feel like, you know, if you can read a book and understand it and look at a diagram, I think it'll be all type of easy. I mean, there's all types of parts numbers, you know, get that exploded view of things, and I think it'll work out. I honestly think it'll be fine. But I think I'm gonna just end it right here and start ordering some parts and see what all else I need. But I'll just give a very quick overview of it. I think this would be a nice little motorcycle once it gets going. We'll see the progress. It may take me a little bit longer, depends on what I got going on, just how life is in general. But I think we can try to get it done by the end of this year, hopefully. You know, I got other things I got going on, other motorcycle meets that I got planned going to. So, you know, I can find something there. I can meet up with, you know, a couple people that can help me with this, or meet up with my brother. He lives in a different state, but you know, he's always one phone call away. But hope y'all enjoyed this video. Please like it, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.